Well, ladies and gentlemen, before we jump in to Murder Phone, I would like to say a little something about someone who was extremely special to culture, to music. He just passed away. Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys.
Genius.
Big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Wrote all their music.
How old was he?
Oh, I'm not sure.
He had to be up there, right?
He was, I think, 83 maybe.
83.
I think. Unbelievable, that guy.
Wow.
Wrote all their music, lyrics.
Yep.
Produced all of their music.
We were just listening to him.
Some great songs.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, you murder phoniacs. This is your host, Tony Ciaglia. Yep, the serial killer whisperer. On May 10th, 1994, the state of Illinois pumped poison into that John Wayne Gacy right into his veins and declared him dead at 12:58 a.m. But let's be honest, everybody. The state only killed a symptom. The disease has just kept on breathing. You see, while the press celebrated the end of the killer clown, behind the curtain, the real horror was still alive and well. Because Gacy wasn't working alone. Gacy may be gone, but the network, yes, the network. And that just punches everybody in the stomach when you hear that, especially when it comes to kids. The network he was part of, the one that fed him, the killer clown victims, never stopped. And its fingerprints are still, to this very day, smeared across decades of American evil. Before we get started, I want to introduce someone who means the world to me. My brother Joey, everybody.
Thanks for having me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I have a question for you on the execution. Do they always do those like late at night like that? Or does the time vary?
It varies with the governor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So when he carries out the warrant to issue the, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So he sets the time?
The governor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Joe, we've been through a lot, but we're still standing. Joey's strength, everybody, his heart, and the way he keeps fighting every single day. It inspires me more than I can even put into words. Having him here with me on Murder Phone today, the finale, it's not amazing. It's special. It's a special gift. Welcome, Joe.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Love being here.
Thanks for taking
and
time.
I love the show.
Yeah. Yeah, you listen.
Of course I listen.
I love it.
Half the time I'm pissed. I'm like, what did he say about me? I'll be
I try
calling
to
him
hold
after.
down, you know.
It's all for material, though, you know.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah. And Dad,
Yes.
I didn't forget you. I never forget you. So let me introduce my co-host. Blow it up. He's my father, my hero, and the one person who stood beside me through every dark chapter of this journey. And when I say this journey, I mean Murder Phone and my own personal life living with a severe traumatic brain injury. His strength, compassion, and unwavering support are the heartbeat of my life and Murder Phone. I'm proud to walk this path with him. Please welcome my dad, my partner in crime, the Coxman.
Thank you. Thank you
Partner
very
in
much.
crime. That's a good pun. I like that.
You like that?
Isn't it? Okay, it's my turn.
The Coxman.
It's my turn because I got both of you here, which is wonderful. So I want to take a minute. I want to thank both of my sons. Doing this show with Tony and with the support of our special guest and behind the scenes hero, Joey, has been one of the greatest gifts of my life. No bullshit. Tony has been through more than most people could ever imagine, but he never gave up. He took all the pain and he turned it into purpose. Watching him sit behind that mic week after week, pouring his soul into this show, never knowing what he's going to say, I can't even begin to express how proud I am. And I'm honored to sit beside him every week on Murder Phone.
Thank you.
But this show wouldn't exist without this guy right here, with my son Joey. He's the engine that keeps it running, the financer, the steady hand that gives us the freedom to speak the truth without compromise.
Yep.
His love and belief in what we're doing means everything to us. I am so incredibly blessed to have two extraordinary sons. And together, they've given this old man a second chance at purpose, passion, and pride. I love them both.
And youth.
And youth. Yes.
That's right.
I love them both more than words can say.
Thank you.
Love you guys.
Love you
Love
too.
you too.
Thank you.
And you guys do a great job on this show. I mean, it's not
Thank
easy.
you.
It's not, you know, thinking about these guys and, you know, all the time is not easy in itself, but putting it all together, it is an incredible feat, and you guys have a lot to be proud of. It's,
Thank you.
It's pretty damn cool.
Thank you.
And it's
Couldn't
out there
do it
forever
without you,
now.
buddy.
Now it's forever. You know,
It's there. Isn't
it's
it?
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
I like it.
It's in the cloud.
It's in the cloud.
Uh-huh.
That's right.
If you're not watching our YouTube channel, stop now what you're doing and tune in. There's lots to see this episode. Like this asshole pederast, child molester, child groomer, child trafficker, John Norman. Now let's get into it. In the shadows, behind the clown and the chaos, there was John Norman, a convicted pedophile. Trust me, you guys got to check this. You see this guy, he looks like a haunted demon.
Most of them do. You ever notice that?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Oh, gosh. And
Check
there's
the basement.
Yeah. Yeah.
Check the basement.
Oh, God.
Like your buddy on Instagram, that guy you love,
Oh,
and the guy,
God.
the dancer in New
Oh,
York.
yeah.
Somebody should do a deep dive into his hard drive and the basement of that apartment building he lives in New York. I'm telling you.
I follow that guy.
I know you love him. That's
I
your
know.
guy.
Yeah, he's an opera singer.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, he's
He's a
many,
fucking ghoul.
He's
I'm sorry.
He's fucking weird.
He's
Stop
tough to
it.
look
He
at.
might be watching this right now. Meow. What does he call himself?
I mean, he does
Meow
the cat.
man.
Yeah, the cats. The
Yeah.
cat meows. So weird.
Wow, yeah,
Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
that's okay. Back to John Norman, convicted pedophile, a professional trafficker. You saw him, right, Joe?
Yes.
Oh, this wasn't some creep hoarding dirty pictures in a shoebox. Norman ran a full-blown enterprise, catalogs of boys, as if they were fucking real estate listings.
It's like 30,000, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I just had
Sick.
some, when you get like vile, like
Sick.
or bile arises in your throat.
Sick.
Yeah, just had that.
I hear you.
Oh, God. He wasn't just selling flesh, everybody. He was selling systems. Norman was the CEO of child exploitation. His office, middle-class apartments. His headquarters, rented mailboxes. And his business model, recruit, catalog, distribute, repeat again. The Odyssey Foundation wasn't some lone pervert with a twisted dream. It was the network of a well-oiled machine, kind of like my unit, with recruitment pipelines, marketing ideas, and loyal customers. Let me break it down for you. First, Norman infiltrated youth programs. Of course he did. Isn't that what they all do?
Yeah.
They put themselves where kids are.
Yep.
Boy Scouts, YMCA chapters. Maybe he was at the YMCA camp when the jet ski hit you in the back of the head. Runaway shelters. Any place kids that are hurting might end up, he was there. John Norman. Like a dad, like a father figure. Like a vulture in a necktie. Then he moved into foster care. Oh, did he? Targeting homes that were underfunded, understaffed, or just didn't give a fuck. Boys vanished from those places like loose change in a laundromat. And it gets even darker, if that's even possible. Juvenile detention centers, state-run warehouses full of forgotten kids. Norman slipped in like a fucking serpent, posing as a counselor, a mentor, a savior. Anybody that knows me on this show, I've taken the part of a mentor several times. He'd offer jobs to boys just released, modeling, porn, or just stuffing envelopes. The bait was always the same. Once they took it, they were cataloged, filed by age, hair color, willingness, even labeled by specialty.
Specialty.
This.
Think about that.
Yeah. We're going to get into it.
What's the specialty?
It does sound too insane to be real, doesn't it, guys?
Yeah, it does.
So Norman's personal index, like you just said, Joe, held over 30,000 cards. Yes, you heard that correctly. Over 30,000 cards.
Disgusting.
Each card, a boy. Each card, a product.
So he had this pyramid scheme from hell where he used boys to recruit other boys. You bring me someone, Norman would say. That's what he would tell the victim. And I will pay you enough to eat for a week. And if they're cute, it's even better.
Think of that.
So this is not Gacy digging a hole in his crawl space. This is a corporate trafficking playbook. And the Odyssey Foundation wrote it long before Jeffrey Epstein was sipping champagne with presidents and politicians. And just like every other corporation, he had partners and he had people helping and people in the shadows, like you talked about.
Yes.
He had postal workers who turned a blind eye to this. Print shops were running his catalogs, and landlords that never even asked questions, especially when the rent was paid in cash.
Yeah.
So let me ask you something. When was the last time you saw a lone pedophile rent a warehouse to store paper files? Probably never.
Never.
Well, guess what? John Norman, he did it in Chicago, Dallas, and California. Each one of those was stacked with filing cabinets, client logs, boy profiles, and yes, the most disgusting part, order forms.
That really gets me.
That's
Order forms.
It's disgusting. And what did the police do when they found them? They took photos, they filed a few charges, and they let him go. Like they always do. In prison, Elmer Wayne Henley, Mama.
Mhm.
That's it.
Mama, it's Wayne.
I killed Dean.
I killed Dean, Mama. in
That's
prison,
the man.
Elmer Wayne Henley gave statements that were never made public, but a few leaked. He claimed he was part of something bigger than Dean Corll's killings. Dean had people. He got the boys from a guy with glasses out of Dallas. I never saw his name, but I heard he had clients in Chicago and Kansas City. Dallas, Chicago, Kansas City, all cities where Norman operated trafficking rings. In one taped conversation, Elmer Wayne Henley allegedly mentioned, that fat clown guy, I heard he paid well. Big man in construction.
Oh, was he?
Who ran his office for this big company out of his fucking home?
8213 Summerdale.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
What was it? PDQ?
PDM.
PDM Construction.
Yeah.
Yes.
Big company. Big company. So after the Dallas bust in 1973, the walls were closing in on John David Norman. He packed up the Odyssey Foundation, all of its files, all of its contacts, its philosophy of, quote, boy love, wrapped in academic language, and he moved north to Illinois. And there, he branded the Delta Project. It sounded clean, crisp, neutral, scientific even.
With a touch of pedophilia perversion.
The Delta Project. But the mission hadn't changed. Delta was Odyssey on steroids. So we've got John. Now he's gone north. He's in Illinois. He's rebranded. He's a marketing guy. So he's now taken the Odyssey Foundation and made it the Delta Project. Same bullshit. And in Chicago, Norman, he found help. Not just from fellow pedophile pieces of shit like Philip Paskey, a convicted child molester who worked closely with him. No. He found help from men who were already close to one of the worst serial killers in American history. Anybody want to guess who that was?
I think we know.
The killer clown.
John Wayne Gacy.
Big time.
Tony does it pretty good.
No, I don't. He does it the best.
The big construction.
Come on.
You believe I would do that?
Yeah. I never killed anybody in my life. Never.
It's bullshit. It's rubbish.
Yeah. They do whatever they can kiss my ass.
It's rubbish.
Two names come to mind. Michael Rossi.
Burn him alive.
David Cram.
Burn him alive.
Both men lived. Anybody want to take a guess who they lived with?
Was it the killer clown?
It was.
It was.
It was. Ding, ding, ding.
Give me some points.
Congratulations.
That, what do you call the house? Palatial estate.
Oh, yeah,
Palatial
palatial estate on Summerdale.
So you got Tony's buddies, Michael Rossi,
Oh.
David Cram, both men living in Gacy's house, and both of them worked for, anybody want to guess the company they worked for? Anyone?
Does it start with a P?
It does.
It does. Give it a shot.
A D?
Yes.
Yes.
How
What?
about an M?
That's it. You got it.
Oh my
Ding,
gosh.
ding.
Holy shit. So we're really starting
Pretty
to put
good.
we're
Yeah.
going to connect the dots here, if you will, okay? Because this ain't rocket science.
That's right.
When all roads lead to shit, that means it's usually shit. So we'll keep going. Both men lived in John Wayne Gacy's house. Both men worked for him at PDM Contractors. And both, by their own admission, dug holes in the crawl space of the palatial estate.
Which is totally weird.
My.
And I think it's important to mention that we're not speculating here. This is all on record.
Yes.
And somehow, some way, not to say that our justice system doesn't fail. It failed today, actually. We could talk about that later. But
Okay.
the justice system failed, and those guys walk away clean. How does that even work? How is it even possible?
How is it possible?
I don't know.
Over and over again.
So let's hear what.
No, go on. You're about to say it, I think.
Yeah, so let's hear what Gacy told the FBI profiler Robert Ressler in the 1980s interview.
You did say that you never painted yourself as the innocent babe in the woods.
We're going over the same thing. We're not going to go into
basically no. But I mean, the point is if you feel that you're not covering up your part of the crimes, but at the same time you open up the thought that others were involved, would you be willing to cooperate with law enforcement people today to avail, say, the materials that you have amassed and to more or less pursue, if in fact there are others that are on the streets that have been involved in these murders? Would you be willing to cooperate and to assist to pursue that to the ends of bringing others to justice? Would you be willing to do that?
I got no qualms about that, but what I don't understand is why wasn't it done to begin with, Bob? The thing of it is, they want you to believe that I and I alone committed these murders, and I had nothing to do with the murders of anyone.
If anybody was involved, then how many people are we talking about beside yourself?
We believe there was 4 people involved, and that would be Michael Rossi, David Cram, Philip Paskey. Here we've got a Philip Paskey who had a newsletter going on at the Cook County Jail. And here he is involved with a guy named John Norman. And John Norman was running Boys for Hire. They were making snuff films with young boys. To me, they were pimping them off. They were selling them. He goes all the way back to the early 70s, involved in... he ran the Norman Foundation. He run Epic International and the Odyssey Foundation out of Dallas, Texas. And these were organizations where wealthy men could hire young boys for sexual weekends, male prostitution.
Had you ever met Norman? Have you ever had any contact with Norman?
I have yet to see a current picture of him, and therefore I'd had to say no. Phil Paskey may have been with him at one time or another because, see, again, I came home from out of town at times and Phil Paskey would be at the house drinking beer or something like that. David Cram is the one that brought Phil Paskey in, because Cram, when he didn't want to do nothing, he got a hold of this guy and said, well, this guy can get you somebody for sex.
You heard Gacy on tape.
I believe him.
He claimed I never killed anybody.
He's telling the truth.
I never killed anybody. They should have checked into this before.
Isn't that awesome, though?
If they investigated it earlier,
Yeah.
we'd be having a different discussion right now, Bob.
It's awesome, though. He didn't kill anybody, but they found 29 boys on his property.
Yes, they did.
It was a couple episodes ago. We were I I can't remember the details, but the boy was like dead on the ground, and Gacy came out, and he's like,
John's sick.
John's sick, yeah. I left. I came back. He was gone. I didn't ask any questions. I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
That happened to me today. I woke up at 6 this morning. I went out in the kitchen to get a cup of coffee, and there was a corpse in my living room. It was just, I don't know how it got there.
Just step over him, right?
I made my coffee. I took a shower. I left.
And you asked your 5-year-old son, how did it get there?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, Dad.
So according to Gacy, he had 4 helpers. Tony's buddies, Rossi, Cram,
Burn him alive.
Paskey, and Norman. And you know what? I can buy that because there's no doubt in my mind that he had help. But let's be clear. Gacy wasn't just some helpless puppet. He was up to his neck in the blood. He loved the killing. He was a monster. He was a sadist. He was a masochist. He was a fucking child molester.
He was bisexual. That's probably the last time I'll get to do it.
He loved it.
God, he's a disgusting human being.
He loved killing. You said it.
It's just the worst.
He loved it.
So it was David Cram, you guys. David Cram.
Your buddy.
Yeah.
Burn him alive.
I'm going to say the name and then you say it.
Okay.
It was David Cram.
Burn him alive.
Yes, that's good.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Maybe do a song like that.
Background singers.
So it was David Cram, right? Who introduced Gacy to Philip Paskey.
Another beaut.
Right?
Burn him alive.
Yeah. And get this. Gacy thought Paskey was dangerous. You saw his picture. If you're on our YouTube, does David Paskey look dangerous to you? No. No. He looks like a fucking high school kid who's lighting his loafers.
He looks like part of The Simpsons.
He kind of
got that.
He does actually.
Doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. He does.
Dangerous. Let that sink in, everybody. That's coming from one of the most sadistic serial killers in American history. When Gacy says you're dangerous, you're not just bad. You're a fucking nightmare.
Also, and you heard it, Gacy claimed, I can't be sure if I met Norman. I can't be sure. I haven't seen a recent picture of the guy. Come on, John. You're so full of shit.
He probably had sex with him.
I mean, do you have to be a profiler to be able to figure this shit out?
No, you don't.
You don't. I mean, anybody, like if your audience could figure this out.
I have tremendous respect for Wrestler. He must have been rolling
Laughing.
on the floor laughing when he said this shit. He met him. Of course he did.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many times they did interactions for boys, but I guarantee you it was more than once. And you know he fucking met him.
100%.
You know why, guys?
100%.
Because monsters are like that. They get along together. They cross paths all the time. Demons. They stick together.
Simpatico.
Simpatico. Meanwhile, Norman was setting up mailboxes in multiple states, running classified ads like he was selling furniture. But he wasn't selling furniture, guys. He was selling little boys. This fucking guy. Some boys were passed around, some were sold, and some vanished. The FBI caught him over and over again. They caught him in Dallas. They caught him in Chicago. They caught him in LA. They caught him in Florida. And every time the charges, they got watered down or they disappeared altogether. Why? Why? Because of the fucking client list. It had names that mattered. Now, these are real excerpts from Norman's files. They were typed by him, labeled requests. You've got client number 3278, looking for 11 to 13-year-old boy blonde, smooth, uncut.
Oh, stop. This is getting just too far off the edge.
Uncut.
So I want to make it, lighten it up a little bit.
Okay.
There was this girl that I used to date, like when I lived in Texas, and she loved to go down on guys. And
Why do I have a feeling that this is going nowhere?
It's going somewhere, but I don't think we want to know where it's going.
no, I'm serious. She loved going down on guys, and then like one time she went down on this guy and he was uncut. She didn't have a problem with it, but it was like she got this like this cheese in her mouth. It was like,
Stop it.
it wasn't clean.
Stop it.
Well, I just thought I would lighten it up a
don't
little
care.
bit.
Shut the fuck up.
Gosh.
Uncut.
How many guys?
What about?
Like 37? 37? I'm 37?
Yeah, so what? I'd go out with the guy?
38? 38?
The guys, well, you get back here. The fuck are you going?
Yeah, try not to suck any guys off on the way to the car. That's a great movie.
That is a classic.
We're
Clerks.
off track. Clerks, guys.
We are off.
Yeah.
By the way,
I had to lighten it
client
up.
3278, he liked ropes too.
That's
Ropes.
He's 11 to 13. What is he? How does he like ropes? Do we know? Is there any backstory to that?
The guy ordering him liked ropes. So I'm sure the kid was taught, hey, let them do whatever they want.
client 0419 makes me want to fucking puke.
Yes. Will pay double for deaf or mentally challenged. Prefer submissive. What the fuck is that?
You know what?
Think about that.
Book me
Yeah.
and give me 10 minutes in the room with this piece of shit.
Right?
Man,
Jeez.
it's sad. I mean,
This number fits client 6667. Repeat customer wants first timers. Will provide his own drugs.
That's big of him. Thank you.
Let me get
That
in
is
with
big
this
of him.
guy.
Thank you. Very generous.
And the worst part, next to each name was a payment history, folks. Recurring names, recurring payments. This isn't one-time depravity. This is subscription service for child rape. These weren't buyers of porn. They were buyers of kids. And they were protected. And this is what really makes me sick. The law knew it. They buried it. Just like they buried every fucking time somebody reported Gacy. Norman was arrested in Dallas in 1973, Illinois in 1975, California in 1979, and Florida in 1987. And every time thousands of names were seized, clients, victims, photographs, and every fucking time, the list vanished. This isn't speculation, folks. This is documented proof. In fact, one Chicago detective off the record said it straight. We found a name we couldn't touch. The orders came from upstairs. It was probably fucking Mayor Daley. Let that sink in. John David Norman should have rotted in prison in 1975. He should have been in there for life, folks. But instead, he was out. And what was he doing when he was out? He was working alongside of...
John Wayne Gacy.
Yes, he was.
I could hear them, right? Yeah, and they're playing on that awesome pool table at John Gacy.
Oh, by the Tiki Bar.
The Tiki Bar drinking Mai Tais. You think they were drinking Mai Tais?
And then Gacy is like to Norman. He's like, God, hey, Norman, I got 26 bodies buried under the house. And then Norman's like, did you fuck them first?
Playing pool on that beautiful pool table.
Subject up, though. You really do, because it's so bad.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
So he's out. He's working alongside John Wayne Gacy. Coincidence?
I think not.
You already know the answer.
Clues reveal a possible connection to a national sex trafficking operation. Michael Marino was last seen in 1976 near here at Clark and Diversey. Just a few blocks from here lived a man who sold boys as sex slaves to men around the country. John Norman operated in Dallas. When he was arrested in 1973, police found 30,000 index cards with names of men who paid for sex with boys. According to media reports, a number of Norman's clients were prominent people and some federal employees in Washington. But the list is gone. Officials were unable to explain why the list was destroyed. Norman resurfaced in Illinois, where he was charged with molesting 8 boys in Homewood. But it didn't stop his operation. His Delta Project was born in Cook County Jail. Norman used the jail's printing facilities to send out newsletters about his sex trafficking ring. After he was released on parole, he moved to Chicago near the 700 block of Wrightwood, just blocks from where Michael Marino disappeared.
They are trying to promote the fact that they prosecuted the case properly with Gacy as a sole serial killer. That, in my opinion, is absolutely preposterous. Gacy was working with accomplices, and now we have evidence to show that actually Gacy was connected with this nationwide human trafficking ring that operated right here out of Chicago.
Here is evidence of a Gacy connection to John Norman's Delta Project. Norman's partner was this man, Philip Paskey. As these records show, Paskey also worked for John Wayne Gacy. When Gacy was in prison, he wrote this note with details about Paskey. He writes, Paskey was dangerous and pimps girls, boys for sex or movies. Like in Texas, it seems the list from Illinois has disappeared too.
I'm wondering if there were names of Chicago politicians or high-ranking Illinois politicians that were on that list, and that's why this whole aspect of the Gacy case was suppressed.
A man with connections to a serial killer and a sex trafficker. Paskey, Gacy, Norman. Becker continues searching for missing documents to definitively prove a connection between the Delta Project and the killer clown, to help end a mother's painful search for her son.
On the tape, a very disturbing picture unfolds, one that ties directly into a national sex trafficking operation run by John Norman. He reportedly kept over 30,000 index cards, cataloging clients. You know, when I was like 7, I think I had a card catalog of the shit that I wanted for Christmas or something,
yes,
right?
you did.
Yeah.
You did.
This guy took it to another level.
Yeah.
Maybe he started that way.
30,000.
Maybe.
You know what I heard when we were doing the investigation? That as the years went by, he had over 100,000 cards.
That's
Norman?
Yes. Yes.
so 30,000 cards, catalogs of clients, prominent people, even federal employees with chilling details of their sick sexual preferences. But those records, what happened to those records? Gone.
Gone.
Destroyed. They never existed. What does that remind you of?
It reminds me of, what's his name? The pervert nowadays.
Epstein.
That killed-
Epstein.
yeah.
Yep.
Guys.
So, you know, like, not to get off track here, but so you got Maxwell, right? Piece of shit, working along Epstein. Convicted sex trafficker, pedophile, sitting in prison, and now they say there were no clients? Who did she traffic these people to? Nobody?
We're going to get into that.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. I like it. It's pretty fucked up, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Really
Yep.
fucked up.
It's terrible.
What's more fucked up?
What's more fucked up, first, I want to say this. Any of those people that sit in Congress, do you put them past any of this?
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
Not for a fucking
No.
second.
That's
And
why
I got a story
Lying,
for you guys
cheating,
later.
motherfucking pieces of shit.
Yep.
Trump should get rid of all of them.
I got a
All
story
of them.
for you that you
Start
guys
over.
are not going to believe a little bit later in the show.
Oh my. Will you remember?
I'll remember.
Okay. Gosh. He calls himself an old man. Shit. I don't remember what happened 5 seconds ago. So, like my brother said, even more twisted, right?
Yep.
Norman kept the whole thing going while behind bars. What's that sound like? Like a fucking mob boss.
Yeah, like a gangster.
Like
Right.
a gangster, right? Yeah, we're going to keep doing this. We're going to keep doing that. That thing. We're going to get around to it. Sending out newsletters going while behind bars. He kept that going, sending out newsletters while behind bars.
You think there was any payoffs?
Follow the money.
Yeah.
Yes.
Follow the money.
And then there's Philip Paskey. Now, according to the tape, he wasn't just another creep in Gacy's orbit. Paskey worked. Where, guys? Where did he work?
PDM. PDM.
And he was described as a dangerous predator, pimping out boys and girls, and possibly involved in the production and distribution of snuff films. Yeah, films where victims didn't walk away. This wasn't just abuse, it was industrial horror, a horror show. And everybody kept looking the other way.
Yep.
The Delta Project wasn't just a trafficking ring. It was a pilot program built by Norman, populated by monsters like John Wayne Gacy and Dean Corll, funded by men who paid to stay anonymous, like Washington men. While I was researching, another name popped up, one that rarely makes the headlines. A man who kept the engine running in the shadows. Jack Reynolds.
Oh,
Fuck. Talk about a cesspool of puke, vomit, piss, diarrhea, and all you can think of that's disgusting on this earth. Boom. There it is. This fucking guy, Jack Reynolds. No, he wasn't flashy. Jack Reynolds, he was the administrator, the coordinator, the man behind the scenes who made sure there were always fresh faces for the buyers. So basically, he was the guy behind the guy.
Yeah.
He was a convicted pedophile, arrested multiple times, but never served serious time. Sorry, take a second on that one. Rumors swirled that he had blackmail material on local officials, photos, tapes, names.
Sound familiar?
Yep, they always do.
Reynolds operated with help from Norman under names like Youth Publishing Company and Boy Power Monthly.
Oh my God.
He placed ads in gay magazines in the 1970s, seeking attractive young models for national publication. Travel expenses paid, just like Gacy. Remember when he paid the expenses, hotel and accommodations to go to Florida to buy land?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what those accommodations were?
They weren't good.
I'm sure they weren't.
They weren't good. Oh, gosh. No experience needed. But the goal, it wasn't fame. It was supply. Can't you see, like at a table, like say this, and you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fucking pedorasses, pedophile pieces of fucking garbage, sitting here talking about their experiences with 11-year-old boys and
Bidding on the kids.
yes, and
I want them.
You know what pisses me off, though?
tell me.
Is like in Facebook and Instagram and these social media channels, they don't let you use the word pedophile.
Oh,
What?
They like
don't?
if somebody is posting something about a pedophile, they have to like misspell it on purpose or like black it out,
You're kidding me.
Seriously. Yeah.
Really?
Or they call, they'll just different terms. But
Yeah.
let's call it what it is.
Let's call it what it is.
Pedophile.
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 Child molester.
Pedophile.
Pedophile.
You know why they
Scumbag.
don't allow it?
Scumbag.
Because all the people running social media are probably pedophiles.
Pedophiles.
Including the guy
Mhm.
on top of it.
It's frustrating.
Yeah.
It is. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I don't even have kids, and it
Makes you sick.
makes you sick. Supply for Norman's clients. Yes. It's not about fame. It's about supply. Supply for the lists that were passed around. Some of those boys ended up in child pornography. Some of them were sold. And some of them may have ended up in Gacy's crawl space. See, I would make a comment about pornography because I always talk about pornography. But this isn't the time.
No.
Exactly.
8 of them did, by the way.
8 of them what?
8 in Gacy's crawl space, 11 in Coral's boat shed.
Were what?
That were coordinated with Norman's list.
No way.
And those guys, way.
Maybe it's just coincidence.
They could be. It could be.
I mean,
You know.
stranger things have happened.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm going to go with a no way.
No, me too.
John, I'll take no fucking way for 500.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You want to talk about evil? Jack Reynolds. Have they got to see him yet on our
No,
channel?
it's coming. It's coming.
Okay, wait till you see this guy. Fucking creep. They always look like creeps.
Terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, they never look like me, for instance. They look like fucking creeps.
Guys, I swear to you, this morning I was having a cup of coffee and I came across that video of Jack Reynolds, the clip that they're going to hear. It's
Unbelievable.
if you're listening to this, you could go on Instagram or, whatever and put Jack's name and you'll see the interview live. And I remember sitting there. I didn't even know that he was a part of it today. And I was sitting there thinking, how the fuck is this guy alive?
Is this guy not the biggest scumbag?
Joe.
He's fucking terrible.
Joe. And laying back in the chair.
Yeah.
And it's just...
Oh, I didn't go near them if I thought the dad would be a
Oh, you
threat.
actually saw it. You
Yes.
just hear it.
Yes. I would. You're right.
Oh,
You
yeah.
wouldn't go near him, you little weasel. If the dad was going to be a threat. Ooh.
How about the grandpa? He might be a threat too.
Ooh.
how they dress,
Yeah.
could be intimidating.
My beautiful daughter she's getting involved in like some modeling and stuff. She's had a couple little things. She did that thing for Gap and all that, but man, I'm right there every second.
Every second.
Every single second. I mean,
Even when she's like, when they're changing her and stuff, you're around?
her mom's there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But, it's luckily everybody's been really, really nice that she's worked with and great. But
You got to be careful.
you never know. John
Yeah,
Wayne
you
Gacy
just
was a nice guy.
Oh,
Yes.
so was Jack.
Crazy.
Wait till you hear, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
come on.
man. I'm sorry, but we're having like a chat.
I know.
Like a family chat. You want to talk about evil? Jack Reynolds. This guy's one of the worst. You're not going to believe it when you see it. And most people have never even heard of this douchebag's fucking name. Here he is on an interview with WRTV Indianapolis explaining how he grooms young boys.
How did you get them alone?
Grooming. I would check out their family situation. I would check out their clothing to see how well they were. financially. I would check out their social interaction with other kids. When we were on the ballparks or on the gym floor, I would make sure which ones I wanted to molest. I would give them special attention, congratulate them, talk to them when I know that I would never be allowed to talk to anybody else. Aside from everybody, I would give them the attention that an official is not supposed to give anybody. And it made them feel like, wow, he's paying me attention. It is a direct form of grooming.
Were there certain characteristics that you looked for in children before molesting them?
In children, yes, but more I also looked at their families. If I thought the father was a threat, I would not approach the child. If I thought that the child had friends that he would tell, I would not approach him. If I thought the child had friends that were in the same capacity he was, I would approach him. For the simple fact that if I could molest him, I could lure him into believing, grooming him into believing that he would enjoy it. And therefore, I could manipulate him into having his other friends come and be molested by me as well.
So perhaps a child that doesn't really have a whole lot of friends, maybe not really a strong family, things like that.
Yes, no spiritual values, weak in education, needs help in many ways, even from split parenting, has a mother who may be having problems with the family, well, here comes superhero in to help out, wow, well, thank you very much. No problem. You ever need me to take him away for the night so you can have a night out? No problem. It works.
Light this motherfucker up, too. Just like Cram and Rossi, throw Reynolds in there.
Light him on fire.
I light him. Okay, what's his name? Is dead. Cram is dead, right?
Yeah, they're all...
No, it's okay. Dig this motherfucker up and light him on fire.
Cram?
Cram.
Yeah. Just to make sure.
Well, they all saw him now. If you're on YouTube, you saw him. We have a picture up. But like Joe said, and it's shocking that today you saw that.
This morning.
When actually Tony found this, when we were doing the investigation, and he goes, you got to see this fucking guy. And of course...
How do you, the interviewer,
yeah.
I probably would have stood up and just beat the shit out of that guy right there during the interview.
Well, she was a girl.
He's all sitting back in his chair, Oh, yeah. I'd look at their social status and their financial status. And if their parents had money, if the dad was a threat, I stayed away. I'd have beat his ass right there. I wouldn't have, it wouldn't even have been a topic of conversation.
And this, because I wrote it down, because this guy's such a fucking scumbag. And like Tony said, most people haven't even heard of this guy. So you got to, if you know somebody with kids or if you have kids, murderphoniacs, listen up. Because he tells it. He reveals a pattern of grooming children. He admits it. He exploits the family dynamics. The predator would carefully target kids who came from split families, like you said, or where the child lacked a strong father figure. Then he really moved in. If the father was strong, he moved on. He slithered away. If they lacked spiritual guidance, he moved on them. He gave special attention to the children who seemed vulnerable or in need of help, positioning himself as their superhero.
Oh my gosh.
Friend.
Say it again.
Superhero.
He would oh, wow.
And he said it. You guys heard him say it.
Jack Reynolds.
With the fucking cape
It's
on,
like
guys.
Superman.
Yeah.
Clark Kent.
He actually used to be on TV shows, cheesy little TV shows way back. Imagine what he was. This guy. He was. But this is the best. Now, I got to say this. Mothers were convinced by Jack. Take the night off. You know, you're a busy mom. You're all by yourself. Take the night off. Go out, relax, kick back, have some fun, have a few drinks, go play fucking bingo, whatever you want to do. Because you know what? Jack is here to take care of your son. You let him come to my place, he'll have a ball. And you know what Jack said? It worked every fucking time, like clockwork. And that, I think I wanted to puke when I heard.
It's kind of like, it sounds like it's an art form to groom.
Well,
people.
they take their time, don't they?
Was he involved in the killings or no? Just the grooming and providing and all that?
Yeah.
He wasn't in the killing.
No, this was for himself, his own sexual hunger.
Ugh.
He would groom these kids and fuck them and do whatever he wanted to them.
Ugh.
But he'd also sell them. He also was involved in trafficking. So, same thing as murder.
Yep.
Right?
Let's talk about what really disappears in this country. It's not just the victims, it's the evidence and the truth. The FBI caught John Norman again and again and again. And every single time, the charges were either reduced or they were dropped entirely. I don't know how that happens, but why? Because the client list had names that mattered. It was men with power, men with money, men with influence, and most importantly, men with immunity. Norman kept thousands of index cards, names, addresses, preferences, kids, boys, sometimes as young as 9 years old.
Ugh.
Filed like cattle, tagged like inventory. And the cards, they just vanished, disappeared during the Gacy investigation, completely disappeared. So here's the big picture. Norman builds Delta Project. That's a national trafficking operation with a client list straight out of a fucking government directory. Politicians, CEOs, judges, all of them are buying flesh from these little kids. Tony's buddy, Philip Paskey,
Burn him alive.
Norman's enforcer, and Gacy's link, found dead right before things started unraveling. Mysterious circumstances. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
How they always end up dead.
Yes.
Look at the Clintons. You know, it's like they got a hit list,
90 something?
Where they 60 of their constituents have committed suicide.
Hillary.
I don't know one person that's ever committed suicide. They know like 60. Whatever. David Cram, Tony's other buddy.
Burn him alive.
That's Gacy's inside guy. So in 2001, he says he's writing a tell-all book. And guess what happens? Anybody want to guess?
Did he end up dead?
Bingo!
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Probably.
Guess it.
Not suicide.
Take suicide for 500.
Holy
Ding, ding, ding. Mysterious circumstances, suicide, they said. And Michael Rossi.
Burn him alive.
Let's talk about Michael Rossi. The guy that lived in Gacy's house. The guy that drank Mai Tais at the
Tiki bar.
Tiki bar. Maybe played a little 9-ball on that luxury Olhausen pool table. Probably wasn't an Olhausen. It was probably some
it was.
shit table. What happened to him? Anybody want to guess?
He walked.
He walked.
He walked.
Free. How is it even possible that he walks free? I mean, were these guys fucking blind?
John didn't ask him. He's the guy that was sleeping on the couch when John Zick was laying dead on the floor. It was Mike Rossi.
Mike Rossi.
Yeah. Of course, John didn't ask him. Why would I ask him questions?
So let's go back to let's go back to Tony's other buddy, Norman.
Yeah.
So he keeps popping back up, and he's in the elite circles in California.
That's a real surprise, isn't
it?
Yeah.
He's using aliases, running nonprofit. They always run nonprofits.
Oh,
you ever notice that?
Exactly.
Oh, we have a nonprofit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, who's that guy? Who's the Subway guy?
Jared
Fogel.
yeah.
Fogel.
Oh,
He had a nonprofit, didn't
So
he?
did Sandusky.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
So shitheads in California, it's got aliases. He's running these nonprofits. The Delta Project wasn't just a trafficking ring. It was a blueprint. It was a pilot program for modern day slavery, which we're still seeing today.
Yes.
That's another conversation.
Yeah.
And Norman, he admitted that it was still going. He said, I stopped a long time ago. I've done my time, he said. But the people doing it now, they're way worse than we ever were.
Bullshit.
And then
You don't stop. You keep going.
Yep. And then what happens in the 90s? In walks the New York financier,
Your father-in-law.
Jeffrey Epstein.
My brother's father-in-law looks just like him.
He does look
He kind of
like him.
does. Like I said that to Anna the other day.
He does.
Same game, bigger stakes, private islands, flight logs, politicians, businessmen, political immunity. And once again, the fucking list vanishes. Every time a list surfaces, it disappears. Or the people on it die, or they get rich, or they get promoted, or they end up missing, or they die in a paddleboarding accident in 4 feet of water in Martha's Vineyard. So you remember Epstein's judge back in 2008, the one that sealed the plea deal?
Oh, yeah.
He got promoted.
Of course.
So there's something truly evil about a list. It's just paper or bytes on a hard drive, but it could expose everything. It could connect Gacy to Norman to Epstein to people who walk in the halls of Congress, who smile at you from the red carpet, who sign laws with blood all over their hands. And the scariest part is they have protection. There's never going to be any justice brought to these people, and it's really frustrating. From the top, from the federal agencies who lose, quote unquote, lose files, from judges who seal records, from politicians who scream about saving kids. The same politicians that are screaming about saving kids, but behind closed doors, they're buying them.
Yeah. I'll give you 500.
Yep. They tell us the list doesn't matter, that it's just a conspiracy theory. And they say the same thing over and over and over again. And they always, like, don't tell us there's a list. And then expect, everybody's expecting to find out what's on that list. And then you come out and say, oh, there's no list. Case is sealed. Epstein killed himself. It's over.
Here, this is what you talked about. That's what you talked about, Joe. I came in
Right
on my
here.
phone on Sunday night.
Yep. Right here. Breaking news. FBI and DOJ conclude there is no Epstein client list. Release full video of jail cell proving he killed himself.
There it is, folks. You see that bullshit?
But you've got Pam Bondi, you've got Kash Patel who are saying, oh, it's on my desk. The things we've seen are just horrible. And we're processing and we've got to get through it. And then they come out with this.
They had all those influencers.
Yeah.
They came and they gave them the binders.
Yeah, we got the binder.
Which
we
had
got
nothing
everything.
in it. The shit that was already. And then another thing here. They released a full video of the jail cell. I thought the fucking cameras were down.
Yeah.
That's what they
That's
told
what they
us.
said. Did you see the video?
I didn't see it.
Oh,
no.
it's such bullshit.
Is
Of
it?
It's
what?
all
Him killing himself?
No, it's just all staged. Like, oh, that's the sheet that he used to hang himself, and it was like a makeshift noose thing on the floor.
Oh my!
It's just
Stop
it's
it.
ridiculous,
Right?
Okay, so here's my question: Ghislaine Maxwell, why is she in prison, convicted of sex trafficking, if she had no clients?
You know what's interesting?
What?
It's going to be part of the script. This script was written long before this stuff came out.
Yeah, this just came out a couple days, right?
Did she
A week
roll on
before.
anybody?
I don't know.
Yeah, this just came out. Oh, by the way, late Sunday night, like around midnight. This came out.
Yep,
That's the way they do it.
and they just sweep it under the rug. See. They say the same thing over and over and over again, all about the John Norman list, all about the Franklin scandal, all about the Finders cult, all about the Epstein files and the client list. Everything about Dennis Hastert, Speaker of the House and a serial child molester. There's nothing to see here, folks. Just keep moving along.
They always say that.
And it is like being a
Yes.
pawn. It's like you're a pawn in a big game and they control the rules.
And I have to put this is a story, guys. 2 stories. I have to put them in here because a lot of people don't know about that. You know, because it went back. The Franklin scandal, that goes back to 1988. And this, when you guys talked about, do I think that anybody in Congress does this kind of stuff? Wait till you hear about Denny. Dennis
Denny.
Hastert. All right. It's like a walk through hell, guys. So both of these stories are nightmares, but they're real horror. But the system was so fast at grabbing a fucking broom and sweeping them under the rug, most people have never even heard of it.
Like the Catholic Church.
Yeah. So this is, and I'm doing it, for time's sake, this is a quick thumbnail sketch of what happened. The Franklin scandal, Omaha, 1988. In Omaha, Nebraska, it became ground zero for one of the most disturbing and controversial child sex trafficking cases in United States history. And 10-1, a lot of you haven't heard of it. Lawrence King Jr., a rising Republican star, was running the Franklin Community Federal Credit Union by day. And by night, he was hosting sex parties with trafficked kids for the political elite. We're talking private jets, drugs, rape, boys and girls flown in like pizza orders. Does that sound familiar?
Yes, it does.
King lived like royalty. He dropped $100,000 on the 1988 Republican convention. Back in November, but in November of 1988, the feds raided his credit union, and guess what? There was over $38 million missing that King had embezzled to fund his lifestyle.
I know what must have happened.
Then the bottom dropped.
It disappeared.
It didn't come in.
Yeah. Then the bottom dropped out. Whispers turned into screams, satanic ritual abuse, cannibalism, CIA arms deals, and a coast-to-coast pedophile ring. Sound familiar?
Yes.
Yes.
Enter Gary Caradori. He's a cop turned private investigator. He was hired by Nebraska lawmakers to crack the case, and he was cracking it. Taped confessions, photos, names. In July 1990, Caradori flew to Chicago with his 8-year-old son to meet with a confidential source. He obtained photos, documents that he said would blow the case wide open. He must have said it to the wrong person. On the flight back, the fucking plane exploded in midair over rural Illinois.
Does that sound familiar too?
Yeah.
Mm.
His 8-year-old son was killed with him and all the other people on the plane. No mayday. There was no mechanical failure, just ash, wreckage, and a loud message, back the fuck off. The photos, they were gone. No cause was ever found. Foul play was suspected, but it was covered up. By 1990, the system did what it always does. Declared it all a hoax. It was a carefully crafted lie. But you know what, guys? You know what's real here? The victims, the money, and the death toll, because it's still climbing.
Follow
Even
the
to
money.
this day. And then, guys, we got
Follow the
them-
money, Al.
Yeah.
Follow the money, Al.
Now we got Dennis Hastert,
Denny.
Yorkville, Illinois high school wrestling coach.
Fucking puke.
The longest serving, are you ready for this, folks? Speaker of the House. The
Denny.
Speaker of the House. Respected. Powerful. Protected.
Pelosi.
Behind closed doors, he was a predator, a serial child molester.
Gosh.
The media said nothing.
Unbelievable.
Presidents sang his praises. George W. Bush said he was one of the finest men to ever be Speaker of the House.
Yeah,
And the
George.
boys he violated, they were silenced by fear. And it wasn't the abuse that caught him. It was the money. In 2015,
Follow the money, Al.
yeah, follow the money. In 2015, the FBI noticed odd withdrawals. Hastert paid $3.5 million in hush money. Guess where he got the hush money, folks? You got it. You
Taxpayer.
paid it. Taxpayer slush fund. He confessed to all this in court, and the judge called him exactly what he was, a fucking serial child molester, one of the worst.
Finally.
But you know
Yes.
what Dennis did? He only served 15 months. 15 months. There was at least 5 victims. And people say, in fact, one guy that's still in Congress, Senator Durbin,
Oh,
Dick Durbin
He's
said,
a fucking piece of shit.
Dick
oh
Durbin.
my God, it didn't seem like anything that Denny would do. I was so shocked.
Didn't seem like anything Fred Waterfield or David Gore or John Wayne Gacy or Ted Bundy or Jeffrey Dahmer. Didn't seem like anything they would do either.
No,
Yeah.
Dick Durbin. He sucks.
I got a message,
does.
Dick.
Dick
Wake
sucks.
the fuck up. And to everyone in America, wake the fuck up. These are monsters. They wear suits. And you know what, folks? Sometimes they write laws to protect themselves.
100%.
One
Dick.
other important thing, and I got to put this in here, guys. John Norman. Now, you've all heard us talking about John. Joey talked about him. Tony talked about him. I talked about him. This is a fucking piece of shit. He's the one that created the pilot for the child trafficking. Everybody followed his model. He's one of the most prolific and protected pedophiles in American history. From 1960, think about this, 1960 to 1998, this piece of shit ran what's been called the largest organized child sex trafficking ring the U.S. has ever seen. He used fake organizations, right? The Delta Project, the Odyssey Foundation, to lure and sell boys across the country. And at the heart of all of it, he had an index system of over 30,000 names, clients, victims, pimps and buyers, politicians, military brass, business leaders, all documented, all disappeared.
I just want to say something really quick. How come whenever you're talking about sex trafficking,
Mm-hmm.
whenever you're talking about child molesters, how come politicians are always mentioned? What the fuck is that about? Like that one guy. He's a senator. He looks like a serpent. He wears his glasses down here.
Oh, Chucky Schumer.
Yeah, you think Chucky Schumer's ever fucked a boy?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not saying he has. I'm not saying he hasn't. Put those glasses on your face, moron.
Dick Durbin.
Yeah, Dickie.
Dick
Dickie
Durbin.
Dick.
Fuck Dick. Dick sucks.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Suck a
right?
dick.
And what you just said, yeah, I do. I think a lot of them are because they write the laws. They protect themselves. And Norman's reach was nationwide. Chicago, Dallas, L.A. He was down in Florida. He was in Pennsylvania. And the bodies left in his wake were uncountable.
You know
He
what?
never ran out of customers, guys.
Listen, I'll take my hat off to these guys because they do stick together. I mean, it's pretty impressive that they cover for each other. They
got the slush fund.
they got our money to work with.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Democrats or are you talking about child molesters?
I'm talking about them all.
Okay, all of them.
All of them.
And you know what? Despite the horror, Norman barely saw the inside of his cell in total. So during 38 years of what he was doing, in total, he spent less than 10 years, served across multiple states. He was constantly released, relocated, or protected. He died at the age of 83 in Atascadero State Hospital in California. Never truly punished, never truly exposed. His legacy is a blueprint for trafficking, a graveyard of silenced boys, and a system. This is what really gets me. In a system that helped him get away with it for nearly 40 years.
Oh, man. I will tell you this.
Pretty wild.
Jesus has a cell for him.
Amen.
I wouldn't want to be him walking up to those gates.
Me neither.
If he even gets to look at those gates.
Probably not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You ever get the feeling like we're all just living one massive cover-up
Yes.
for
Yeah.
these assholes
Yeah.
in Congress where no justice ever happens? Like somewhere behind the marble walls in private islands, there's this list. Hear me out. This list, a list soaked in the tears of abused children. And we're not allowed to see it because it's forbidden. That we get to see it and that actual fucking justice were to happen. Yeah, Jizz Lane. Yeah, fucking Jizz Lane. How would you like to have that as your name? Jizz Lane.
Oh my God.
I had to stand up at least once.
It was
I like
wonderful.
those shorts.
They're pretty cool, huh?
Nice.
Yeah? Jizz Lane was convicted, not accused, not suspected, convicted of trafficking minors for sex. But answer me this fucking question. To whom?
Yep.
Joe said it a little bit ago.
Yep.
To whom? You don't traffic girls into a vacuum cleaner. You don't... You don't groom children.
Okay, Jack.
Jeez, that was
for
creepy.
no one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
creepy. You're a
Reynolds.
creep. A real creep over there. Could you see Tony as the attorney in that Maxwell trial? The prosecuting attorney.
Yeah.
How would you
Yeah.
approach the microphone and make your argument to the jury?
Good
evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. We're going to talk about Ghislaine Maxwell. Shit.
Oh my God.
I could see it.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm glad you have faith in me. Listen, I'm a few classes short of my law degree, though.
Just a few. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's all right. Vinny got through it.
Uh-huh. So no. Right? You don't groom children for no one, you guys. She didn't do this for fucking fun. She did it for clients, for scumbags in Congress, for scumbag celebrities, for scumbag fucking high dollar people. That's who she did it for. And they went to his private island, Jeffrey Epstein. Where are they all now? Huh? Where are they? We're calling them out. Where are the names? Where are the fucking indictments? Where are the mugshots of billionaires, celebrities, royalties, and government officials? Government cocksuckers. Where are they now? Why aren't they behind fucking bars? Huh? God forbid that would ever happen. Where the hell are the other monsters responsible for this? Because I'll tell you what, I didn't see when Ghislaine Maxwell was sentenced to 20 years. Justice. No. No justice, no names, no perp walks. Just her, that ugly fucking bitch. Just Ghislaine Maxwell.
Took
with
the fall.
Coonan. Yeah, she took the fall.
She took the fall.
Yeah.
For all these other assholes. Untouchable. Jeffrey Epstein. Maybe dead. Maybe he's not. I'd like to think he was dead. But what we know for sure is this. He didn't act alone. No, he didn't. He had pilots. He had lawyers like me. He had recruiters. And he had clients with private jets in deep pockets. And somehow, they all just walked away. It's nothing new. This is just like another era, another generation of fucking child molesters getting the fuck away with it. Right? Why hasn't one name, not one fucking name, been leaked? Not one arrest, not one high-powered pedophile in cuffs. Sure, we got that fucking asshole piece of shit, P. Diddy. I hope he fucking suffers. Who knows, though, with all the rumors out there that he's going to walk. I don't think he'll walk.
He'll get a slap on the wrist.
Yeah.
You think so?
I think the two major charges, racketeering, he walked from.
Yeah, but
it's unbelievable when you have money like that. What can happen?
I heard, though, that they dropped those two major charges, but some really big-time charges are coming in now.
Oh, there's more charges coming now?
Yeah, he's not on bail.
That might have been bullshit. Facebook bullshit.
What I saw?
Yeah. Clickbait or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
I hope you're right. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No. Talk.
No. That's
Yeah.
it. All I had to say.
Joe's right, though. Mad money like that.
Yeah.
Well, I hope somebody fucking whacks him. That'd be nice.
Probably gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, they'll put him in the PC.
Yeah.
Oh, you do think he's going to spend the rest of his life in prison?
No. I think he'll probably get probably get 10 years, maybe serve 3 to 5.
Like that other fucking piece of shit that got in trouble for pissing on that young girl?
R. Kelly?
R. Kelly? He got like 14 years.
Yeah.
So tell me, if it was your daughter, your son, wouldn't you want names? Wouldn't you want blood?
Mm-hmm.
Because I do. And I don't even have any kids. And this isn't just about Epstein or Maxwell. Giselle. This is about a system.
A broken system.
Rotten to the fucking core. Protected by silence. And dripping in the kind of evil that wears a suit and smiles for the cameras, like those assholes in Congress. So I'm asking the question, and if you're listening to this, you should be asking it too. Where are the clients? And why the hell is nobody talking about it? They never talk about it. All we ever hear about is we see them walk free. John Wayne Gacy, faggot, pedophile, murderer, didn't just slip through the cracks of justice. He danced through them in a fucking painted mask of normalcy, while the system looked the other way, like it always does. And above all, he was part of something bigger, a network, a sick, twisted machine that exploited children, trafficked them, and buried the evidence under layers of silence and tears, fear. The Delta Project, John Norman, powerful friends in politics and law enforcement who looked away. It didn't end with Gacy's execution. No, it didn't. Far from. The same network, rebranded, renamed, refined, still operates in the shadows today, feeding off the same sickness, protected by the same fucking power. It's not a conspiracy, though. A lot of people like to say that. It's a pattern. It's a pattern. Before we wrap this up, you guys, I want to take a moment to thank two of the most important people in my life, my brother Joey and my dad. Joe, I'm proud to sit next to you on this show, and even prouder to call you my brother.
Likewise.
Thank you.
What about Michael Rossi?
Burn that fucker alive. You guys, Dad, none of this would exist without you. You've stood by me through the darkest times. And even though those dark times rear their ugly head, time and time again, we kick its ass.
Yes, we do. Right?
Right, Joe?
That's right.
Right. You believed in this podcast. Your heart, your wisdom, and your love are the fountain of Murder Phone. Thank you both for your courage, for your loyalty, and your help. We do this together. Always.
Burn them alive. I'm just sorry, guys.
There's a lot of people, I guess, I'd like to burn alive. I can just start thinking
We
about
sure
it.
covered a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, join us next time as Slipping Through the Cracks of Justice continues. We're going to take you all the way back to the very first season when we had the killing cousins, those fucking beauties, Waterfield and Gore. What we're going to do is we're going to expose the horrific story of Angela Hamel. Because you talk about slipping through the cracks of justice, this was a travesty. We covered it, but we think it's worth recovering because it's quite a story. We've talked to Angela several times. She's a good friend of ours. We just want to put it out there again so the people that didn't hear about it will hear about it because it's a case that proves again that when the system fails one victim, it creates a lot more victims.
Agreed. And I've talked to Angela Hamel several times. And I'll be damned, every time she talks about the story, she cries.
Yeah.
So.
And it was 1976, long time ago.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
59 years.
Take care, you guys. Stay safe. And remember, always walk in the calm after the storm.
And one other thing that we forgot to mention, prayers to the people in Texas. We used to live in Texas.
Man, I was just thinking about that.
Were you?
Yep.
I mean, Mila's 8. I mean, these poor people, words, I can't even express words.
You know, I was reading a story about that this morning that just hit home. It's like so terrible.
Yeah.
That this father, they have a cabin in Hunt, Texas, right?
Yeah.
And it was him and his wife, and he has 2 daughters, 11 and 13. And they were, the 2 daughters were staying in a borrowed cabin down by the river with his parents. So it was the grandparents and the 2 daughters in that cabin.
Oh,
And
don't tell me.
he woke up at 3:30 in the morning, and he got in a kayak and was trying to kayak to the cabin to check on his parents and the daughters, and he couldn't get to them.
Oh,
And
man.
So he had to wait for the river to go down before he could go. And he got a text from his daughters that said, "I love you." And the mom got a text. So he lost his parents and his 11 and 13-year-old daughter.
Oh,
Wait a second. I don't get it. Didn't you just say he got a text from his daughters?
Yeah, right before they died.
Oh, fuck.
So he lost his parents and his daughters in the same day. In that tragic, horrible, 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 horrible situation.
In another, I don't know the whole story. I just know that one family, they lost their 2 twins, 2 daughters.
these just the stories go on and on. Two girls, 2 sisters were found holding hands.
Dead.
Yes, they were both dead. So we got to wrap this up, but please put them in your prayers. I know we will. We already have. And it's a tragedy that we know about camp tragedies. So these people that are going to have to deal with this, we're thinking about you and we're praying for you.